Hey guys, it's me, Ronnie. Welcome back to my channel. For those still working and on the front lines fighting the good fight, we appreciate your hard work and thank you. For those that just have a regular Monday through Friday job, it's the weekend, finally here, enjoy some sunshine and nice weather. And for those that are like me, unemployed, not working, it's another Friday, nothing special. So as the title already suggests, today we're going to be doing a quick get ready with me. Along with it being the last Friday before Pride Month, I will be discussing how my life has been impacted during the past few months related to COVID-19, what's to be expected on my channel, and the different content that's going to be coming up soon, along with how I've been dealing with this whole quarantine, what I've been doing to keep busy, with a few other little things I would like to talk to you guys about. So if you guys are ready to get ready with me and go on this journey, go from this to this. Now, if you guys want to figure out how I did this rainbow-inspired look, keep on watching and let's get started. Now to get ready, of course, we got to lay down our base, and for that I will be using the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. Now, what do you guys think about this whole quarantine and how long it's been going? For me, it has been about 2.5 months, and I have been quarantined with Scott at his place, and I finally just made my own studio, which I absolutely love. My makeup collection is growing, and I do want to try out a bunch of new stuff. So for foundation today, I'm kind of a little tossed up between a few. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Ivory. Revlon Color Stay, this is a 24-hour coverage in the shade Natural Beige 220. Or the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 235 Pure Beige. Still trying to figure out which one I want to do. Okay, so after deciding for what felt like forever, I'm going to finally go with the Wet n Wild Photo Stick in the shade Soft Ivory. And just going to swipe that on. Wow, they say painting on your face. I really mean it. Oof, might have been a little too much. Okay, so I'm not overly thrilled about the coverage of this foundation, and so I think I'm actually gonna switch it out. So, be right back. Okay, now all of that is off, back to square one, unfortunately. So I was gonna save these for a later video, but I actually picked up the Infallible Pro Matte from L'Oreal Paris, and this is in the shade 106 Sun Beige. Or if I'm thinking about just going back to my roots and going with the Maybelline Fit Me in Dewy Smooth shade 315 Soft Honey. Soft Honey. Okay. Final decision, I swear to God. I'm gonna go with the new one, the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. Go up on the hand on the Beauty Blender. All right, now as that is laid down, looking good, a lot better than before, I'm gonna be going in with some new concealer that I was recommended by. This is the Instant Age Rewind Effaceur Corrector Multi-Usage. So for today, I'm gonna be using it as a concealer. So along with getting my studio together during quarantine, I have also been watching a bunch of RuPaul's Drag Race. This season is actually season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I am absolutely in love with the queens. Along with season 12, we also have RuPaul's Drag Race Celebrity Edition, in which a few celebrities RuPaul picks, and whether they're male, female, he brings them on Drag Race, puts them over through a few challenges, and finally the final makeup look, each by being coached by a famous drag queen. A few spoiler alerts will be coming up soon. One of my favorite drag queens from season 12 to begin with was actually Nikki Doll, and I just absolutely loved her looks and how she kept it simple yet elegant all at the same time. Another big one that I looked up to a little bit, and actually Scott has named off, is Jada Essence Hall. Kind of reminds me of myself and how I kind of come across as more guy than female, and how I kind of ebb and flow in between masculinity and femininity, along with just the overall just look of how Jada is and what her characteristics are. I absolutely love them. as well as Miss Heidi. Now, Heidi has gone through a bit of a phase. She couldn't figure out what she wanted her full name to be. She knew Heidi. she introduced herself as Heidi in Closet, and then throughout the different challenges, throughout the weeks of all of RuPaul's Drag Race, she's been given different ideas from both Ru and those around her from different judges about how to change it up and how you shouldn't be really stuck in a closet. Hence why I get rid of Heidi in Closet. Now it is time to contour, and for today I'll be using the e.l.f. contour palette. Now regardless, I still love Heidi to death and can't wait to see what the finale is going to be like. Tonight includes Jada Essence Hall, Crystal Method, and Gigi Goode. So I'm very excited to see how the three of them are going to turn it out and see who wins season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And of course, with Celebrity Drag Race by RuPaul, that was something I don't think anybody ever saw coming, and it was absolutely amazing. It was only a short season, about 4 or 5 episodes, I believe, but the episodes themselves were unbelievable. To start off, we actually were blessed with Jordan Connor, Nico Tortorella, and Jermaine Fowler. Now, 3 guys, a couple bit more well-known, some more than others, but they were the first ones to start this all off, and I'm gagged with how they all came out. But then, of course, we cannot forget the famous drag queen coaches, and for the first episode of Celebrity Drag Race was Trixie Mattel, Bob the Drag Queen, and Monet Exchange. All sickening queens. I really love Monet and how far she's come from her original season on season 10 to All Stars and going all the way and winning it. Sorry if you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. But they were the 3 mentors that Ru had chosen to help these 3 boys become ladies. Now, to not ruin too much for you guys, I will say that the winner actually gets $30,000 for the charity of their choice. And I won't say who won, but the winner did donate the money to Cystic Fibrosis of Canada, while the other 2 just got $10,000 because Ru is such a mother and cares about everybody. Some of the names, though, I will spill the tea on a little bit. We had Babykins LaRue, Miss Mimi Teapot, and to finish off, we had 𝙊𝙪𝙩𝙧𝙬. Now, you can decide or just look up who was which and who won the money, but why not watch it? It's a little bit more fun that way. Now, this nose contour is going to take a minute, so I'm going to be right back. All right, now to move on, we are going to be snatching these brows because they do look like they need some love. It's been a little while and I need to get them done. But in the meantime, for that, we'll be using today the Roommate Halo Sculpting Stereo Eyebrow Pencil, and it actually is a multi-tool. So on each end, one, we have the brush, the little spoolie. On the other end is the pencil, which that can go out. And in the middle, we have the powder, which can help fill and define your brows. All right, so just to get started here, gonna be using the spoolie just to brush up these brows. But other than RuPaul, I have done a few makeup looks. Scott and I actually did a drag look just before one of the episodes, in which I absolutely love. So here's a picture right now. I love how it came out, and with him, he's been wanting to practice, but he always prefers somebody else does it, so I don't mind having a canvas to practice on and work on my craft, but I think this came out really nice. All right, now that we're done with the spoolie, we're just gonna flip it around and use the pencil to help draw in and define some of these lines. But apart from makeup, I have been working really hard on my ASL interpreting, and now that school is done, which I finished, passed, done, check, bye-bye. We can move on to the second year, in which I will be doing more interpreting and more the finer details of what goes into an interpretation and what it takes to actually go into a live setting and interpret. But apart from that, I've been interpreting songs left and right. I have a whole folder full of them. And yes, a lot of them are done, but I don't feel comfortable performing them just yet because I want to get the technique down and also make sure the interpretation comes across both from hearing world and deaf world. So that's why, as long as it has taken for me to get the ASL video out, I do want to take my time and make sure it is good for not only you guys, but the deaf community I hope to one day represent and also work with. All right, and now that we're done defining the brows, we're just going to fill them in a little bit. So we're going to go right in the middle here. So for today's makeup look, we are doing a rainbow inspired look, but of course none of my palettes have the full shades that I'd want. And so I decided to kind of use them all. Gonna be using a few colors from each, 1 or 2 from another. So we're gonna make this look. So let's get started. All right, now that we're ready to add some color to these lids, you first have to prime because you always have what? Time to prime. And for primer today, I use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in the shade Champagne. So I laid it down on there to make sure everything sticks and there's no fallout. And of course, for colors today, we're going to be tossing between the James Charles Morphe X and Jeffree Star's Bloodlust, and just going to be teeter-tottering between these two. And to start off, we're going to be dipping into this darker green right here and just line that along the brow bone. And now that you got that down, I'm going to take a different brush and dip into the deeper blue. All right, and now stamping into Blood Queen from the Bloodlust palette. Just gonna swoop that right on and wing it up. Now, just with a different brush, you want to carefully blend those together. All right, and now with just some concealer from before on a flat concealer brush, you are going to cut the crease. All right, now that you have the crease all nice and cut, it is time to move on with your yellow. And for yellow today, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 18-Hit Wonder palette, and I'm going to be dipping into Solar. And then again, just to lay that on the inner corner. Okay, now that you got your yellow laid down, I'm going to be dipping into my orange. And for this, I'm going to use the Conspiracy palette. I'm going to be dipping into Cheese Dust right there. And again, just stamping that right on the center of the lid. All right, and lastly, moving on to the last color, our red. And for red today, I'll be dipping back into the Bloodlust and using Bleeding Heart. Just for the end of the eyelash, and again, wing it up and blend right into that purple, the Blood Queen. Okay, now that they're all blended out, now it's time to move on to the under eye. And you're pretty much just gonna mirror that exact same color scheme, except with mine, however, with the purple reddish mix, I'm gonna be doing a swoop. So I'm just gonna start going in with that yellow on a flat brush right underneath my eye. And now again with the orange. And lastly for pink on the corner here, I'm gonna be dipping into Pigment from the Conspiracy palette. Now all that the colors are pulling together nicely, we are gonna add a hint of white just on the under eye waterline. And for that today, I'm gonna be using the NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Eyeliner, white, of course, and just going to carefully right there. Now that kind of just opens up the eye and makes it appear a little bit bigger. Kind of adds a little bit more brightness to your day. Now that you have your bottom lash line filled in with white, this part is totally optional for those that want to do it, but I just thought of it off the bat. And I'm gonna take a flat brush and dab into some silver and just go over where the two lines meet right on the cut crease, just to get a little bit more definition. Kind of add some separation to it. Looks good. Well guys, I think that's it. One eye all set and done. Check. Now it's time to do the other eye off camera, add some lashes, and come back to you guys to finish off this look. Stay tuned. And now that we got these butterflies on my eyes, looking good. Now it's time for blush. And for blush, I'm just gonna be dipping into the Conspiracy palette with Pigment on a blush brush and just add a little bit of rosiness to these cheeks. All right, now that blush is all done, it is time to move on to the lips. And for that today, I am gonna be once again using my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Queen Bitch lips. And for those two, I actually have them right here. We're gonna be going in with Virginity and Clout. think I used these before on a previous video. Another part about quarantine is that I've been trying to be as healthy as I can when I can, which is a little hard. The gyms are shut down, and although they should be opening back up again soon, I don't want to risk it. Neither Scott and I want to risk it. And therefore, we're trying our best to be as healthy as we can at home. And I've been cooking most dinners every night. Sometimes we'll order out once or twice a week. Other times Scott will cook, but for the most part, I do love and enjoy cooking. And so that's why at the end of the night, we can just come together to actually eat together. All right, and now we're just gonna be taking a bit of that clout and using it as a topper in the middle. I'm actually gonna do that all over. I don't know if it translates on camera, but it's coming out like this nice chrome, pinkish chrome color. And lastly, we're gonna be finishing off with some highlight, and I'm gonna be dipping into Beauty Sleep, which is this shade right here from the Bloodlust. But first, I'm gonna give my brush a quick spritz of some finishing spray just to help this apply a little bit easier. Can you guys see me from out there in outer space? Damn, this is shiny. And just a tad on the lip. And of course, as always, you gotta finish off a look with some setting spray. And today I will be using once again my Jeffree Star setting mist. Smells like strawberries. Tasty. Well guys, I think that is it for this final look. The rainbow cut crease looks so good, and I'm very happy with how it came out. Of course, to help clean up your blending a little bit, you can always add in the silver stripes, so that way it helps hide some of your mistakes. But overall, I'm very happy with how this came out. As always, Jeffree Star products, James Charles, and some other miscellaneous that I have in my collection. I definitely had a lot of fun with this look today. It was my first makeup look in a long time that I had to do with all colors underneath the rainbow. Great starter for next week and what we have coming for Pride Month. I'm very happy you guys were able to watch and get some tips, tricks, and maybe try out this look yourself. I thank you guys again for coming along this journey with me to do this rainbow makeup look. Let me see yours. Comment, DM me, let me see what you got. With Pride Month just around the corner after this weekend of gorgeous weather, I can't wait to see all the different makeup looks that are gonna be created. Mine personally, I'm gonna be having a few videos every week. This is gonna include a makeup look with rainbow inspiration, as you just saw here, a drag inspiration, which I will be putting myself into drag, and maybe some others, let's just see. Another segment I want to call is Equality with Ronnie, in which we will be discussing what's been going on in the LGBT community, along with COVID-19, what that looks like, along with other various videos, and who knows who's gonna be showing up on my channel, but just stay tuned. So excited to be able to show you guys what I've been working on for so long. Pride Month just around the corner. It gives me so much inspiration and motivation to work, along with my new studio around me. I cannot wait. But for now, I will be signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and always keep on dreaming. Peace out, guys.